Hello. Which asset class can we select to find performance? That's a hard question to answer right now, since the return on the equity market has been really disappointing and the return on the bonds remains quite low. Investors are pretty confused, but who wouldn't be? Steeve Brument, head of systematic funds, who's an expert on alternative investments, is here to give us some hints about where we can still find performance. Let's hear what he has to say right now. Steve, hello. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Ingrid. I understand the investors' confusion as equity return over the last 5 years has been very disappointing, that the current low interest rate environment might be a hint that the best of the bond rally is behind us.
Yeah, but alternative investments seem to struggle to deliver what investors really expect. Isn't it your opinion?
Alternative investment tends to deliver equity-like returns while minimizing the drawdown and minimizing the risk. From this point of view, I think they fulfill their role. In Dexia Asset Management, we like to split alternative investment in two categories.
Which are?
First one is alternative directional strategies. And the second one will be all-weather strategies, because we mean that they can weather all kind of environment, like CTAs.
What's CTAs? What is that?
CTAs, it's a diversified fund which tracks positive trend or negative trends on most asset classes, such as equities, bonds, commodities, currencies, with the help of quantitative models.
Quantitative models. You use a lot of difficult words. Isn't it difficult for investors to understand what this is?
Even so, some tools we might use are quite complicated. The investment philosophy is quite clear. We track trends. Trends is the engine of our performance, whether they are rising trends or falling trends.
This is a niche strategy?
CTAs has been around for the last 30 years. They started in the end of the 70s. As of today, they're managing over $300 billion US.
Not so much a niche anymore.
Which is not so much a niche anymore. 2008 was a turning point for the CTA industries as they delivered very good performance that year, while it was very difficult for other asset classes to deliver. More and more institutional investors, such as pension funds, are allocating money to CTA, and the trend seems well established now.
And how do you pick them up? What's your strategy?
There are several things you want to look at when you try to assess the quality of a fund. First things, you will look at the past performance, and regarding CTAs, 2009 and 2011 are the year you should look at, because they are difficult years for the CTAs industry. Secondly, you will look more on the qualitative side. What is it they're doing? First things will be the allocation. What are they allocated on? Us at Dexia Asset Management, we think the more diversified you are, the better it is. Therefore, we will tend to favor allocation on which risk is equally weighted across the different asset classes. Second point will be the model. Trend following is a very good strategy, but it has its adverse period. It's very good to diversify with other kind of model which will work on something else and therefore be able to withstand adverse period in a better way. And the third point will be the risk management. How do they size their position? What do they do when things goes wrong? In Dexia Asset Management, we are very reactive on risk. When we identify a rising risk in the market, position will be very quickly reduced by our models.
And we have a lot of risks right now, so how did your funds perform? Over
the last 5 years, we delivered over 60% flat. 2011, we're up above 10%, so we achieved 10% annualized, 10% this year. This is our objective. This is what we aim to deliver on the long term for our clients.
And you think you can continue to achieve that? Because the environment is said to be continuing to be pretty bad like this.
Well, over the last 25 years, CTAs have been delivering true uncorrelated absolute performance. And while we keep a close eye on our model and the way they behave, there have always been trends in the market, and there will probably always be. So we're quite confident that we can keep delivering true absolute performance.
Okay, pretty positive message then. Steve, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here.
And we will continue to keep an eye on CTAs and come back pretty soon with more news. Thank you for your attention, and goodbye.